you're watching Food Whims and Whimsy, and I'm Carmen DePasquale. There's snow in the forecast today, and this Florida-born New Yorker is really starting to miss Florida. And when I'm in this mood, I like to make my favorite Florida meal, which happens to be roast pork with lots of citrus cooked low and slow. So today I'm going to be making Lechon Asado Cuban-style roast pork. Let's go over the ingredients. You'll want to get a pork roast between 6 and 8 pounds. You're going to use 1 onion, 2 heads of garlic, 1.5 cups of extra virgin olive oil, 1 cup of orange juice, ½ cup of lime juice, ½ cup of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of salt, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of oregano. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our food processor to chop up the garlic in a nice garlic paste and the onion. You can use a mortar and pestle for this, but the food processor is a lot easier. Just give that a good pulse. That's pretty good. Let's add the onion. Okay, that looks pretty good. Just leave that for a moment. Now I'm going to warm up the olive oil, and this makes a huge difference. It really mingles the flavors and sweetens the garlic, and it just makes a delicious mojo sauce. Just going to put that up. Put the olive oil in. So you want to bring the oil up to about 220 degrees. You don't want a very hot oil. You don't want it to boil. When that's warm enough, you're going to add the garlic and onion and the seasonings. You just want a light sizzle. There we go. And warming up the oil really makes a difference. Let's add the seasonings and give that a stir. Let that go for a minute or two, and then it's ready to go. We'll add the juices next, we'll cool it off, and then we could start marinating the pork. We have the mojo ready to go. We're going to prepare the pork. So the first thing you want to do is you want to dislodge the fat cap from the meat so that we can really get a crispy skin when it's in the oven. And we want to pierce this as many times as possible. There we go. You need a really sharp knife. Something with a thin blade. There we go. And you want to do the other side as well. Because essentially what we're going to do is we're going to push the mojo down into the holes so that it marinates. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So once you finish piercing all the meat as many times as possible, you want to salt your pork all over, because this is a really big piece of meat. I know we put salt in the mojo, but that's for all kinds of uses, but the meat really needs a lot of salt. So we're going to get in there, in the skin under the fat cap, piercing, and then on the skin as well. Now let's grab a tray. We'll add the mojo. The mojo has had time to cool, especially with the cold juices. So this part you just have to kind of push the juice down into the holes. And you want to do that under the fat cap as well. Okay. There you go. And on top. Give it a good massage. And you can marinate this overnight, no less than 4 hours. I reserved about 1 cup of this to serve with the pork later on. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap this and I'm gonna marinate it for about 8 hours. So it's the next morning and the roast pork had a chance to marinate overnight. At this point you want to bring your pork up to about room temperature and preheat your oven to 450 degrees. We're going to cook the pork on 450 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes just to sear the meat, and then you're going to lower the temperature to 300 degrees and you're going to cook your pork for about 25 to 30 minutes per pound. If you want it sliceable, you want to cook this for about, it's going to go for about 6 hours, and if you want it a pulled pork consistency, it's going to be about 8 hours. In 6 hours, the roast pork just came out. I've been basting it throughout the cooking process with the mojo sauce. The skin is really crispy and you should just let it rest for 30 minutes before slicing into it. I did reserve the mojo sauce for serving, and now the only thing left to do is slice it up. So the roast pork has been sliced up. The mojo sauce is ready to go. Just pass that around as you serve it. And here we go. Lechon Asado, Cuban style roast pork, Florida style. Thank you for watching Food Whims and Whimsy. If you like this recipe, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching.